Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're having a fantastic day today, because today's video is going to be particularly offensive. Well, it's going to be particularly offensive to a particular person, and that particular person is Danny Korcz. Now, I'm sure that your first question is, Captain, who the hell is Danny Korcz? What does this have to do with anything? Who is he? And you know what? First off, who made you Irish? Why are you Irish right now? And secondly, calm your shit down and I will tell you. Now, from what I can tell, Danny is one of those extra special snowflakes. You know the ones, the anti-SJWs. Yes, the anti-feminist kind of snowflake. And I'm sure that same Irish motherfucker is jumping in and saying, Captain, my nigga, what the hell are you talking about? And first off, did you just use the word nigga while not being black? You Irish, you know you're not black. But girl, why you gotta be racist? Shame on you. Just shame. Seamus. Shame on you. And you know what? If you do happen to be black, then I'm sorry for being white. We all are. Please forgive us. Anyway, Danny has some videos where he critiques the criticism of others. Others like Sergeant of a God, Undoomed, The Satirician, Charming Man 93, and etc. And yes, today I will be critiquing his criticism of others' critique. How wonderfully maddening, isn't it? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you on this journey. Come with me, sit back, relax, grab some offense if you can find any, and prepare yourself, because today's topic is Blackface.
Oh, how racist and offensive!
Hello everyone, let's talk about blackface.
This is another of these videos where I feel like I shouldn't have to explain what's wrong with, as everyone and their grandmother should know that blackface is wrong by this point. But because Nate is a moron who fails to understand history, I unfortunately have no choice.
Like, oh my god, you mean that this white man, doesn't know that blackface is wrong? Oh my god, we're gonna have to explain it all over again. Oh, how racist.
Blackface is a kind of makeup, for example burned cork or grease paint, which is used to make someone look like a black person. So the question for this video is blackface racist?
Do I even need to answer this question? Everyone with a basic understanding of American history should know that yes, blackface is racist.
I agree with Danny here. He doesn't even really need to answer the question. I mean, there was like history a time ago where black people were like the slaves and stuff. I mean, there was history, so painting your face colors to look like other people it's totally problematic and racist.
Well, first we have to define that word. Racism is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior.
Racism can also refer to a systematic discrimination of one group over the other.
No, I disagree. I disagree. Both of those definitions suck balls of magnitudes that which are great. Racism is very simple. Racism is treating people differently based on their race.
In the West, white people are favored over other races, for example.
Oh, I see. Well, I live in the West and I don't do that. Do you do that, Captain? No, can't say that I do. How about you?
No, I don't do that either.
Oh, well then, Danny, old boy, stop treating white people better because they're white. You racist sumbitch. Seriously, Danny, that's super racist, bro.
You should be ashamed.
Both consciously and through subconscious bias. The fact that blackface being inherently racist comes into question is an example of this.
Oh my god, it's racist.
What's racist?
All of it. It's all racist.
But like, I was just asking if blackface was
Racist? Racist question? The question is racist.
What the hell do you mean the question is racist?
Well, the question is about a thing that I think is racist. So, it's racist.
Well, that's gay.
He's a homophobe.
Oh, shit.
So how about we look at one of, if not the most well-known example of blackface, minstrel shows. These shows became incredibly popular in the US during the 1800s, but it isn't hard to see why they eventually died out. Minstrel shows commonly portrayed black people as being lazy, unintelligent, submissive, and childlike.
And I'm glad this type of overt, blatant racism is a thing of the past. Now if only all levels of racism would fade into the past. But why do I get the feeling that Nate isn't glad this type of overt, blatant racism is a thing of the past. Especially when you consider that members of his audience are also members of the alt-right, as in white supremacists and neo-Nazis, who actually do think of black people as being lazy, unintelligent, submissive, and childlike.
Well, you're probably getting that feeling because you've already judged him as a white devil neo-Nazi, which, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, clearly the man is. All we have to do is judge him based off of something he has no control over, like the people in his audience. Oh my god, wait a second! We've been watching some of his video! That means we're part of his audience now too, oh my god! I can feel it happening! Sieg Heil! The superior alien race will prevail. The third right is upon you in the form of the alt-right. We will defeat you inferior races with our memes and papers.
So yeah, it goes without saying that this kind of blackface is racist. However, what about other kinds of blackface?
The fact that this comes into question shows that racism runs deep in our subconscious way of thinking.
Or, crazy idea here, maybe it's a radical one, maybe I'm an outright neo-Nazi, maybe I've just got unconscious racism, but maybe we're forced to make it a question and discuss it when idiots keep on saying irredeemably stupid things like...
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
And yes, blackface is racist, regardless of intent.
Oh, I dare say, I don't know how to put this. Oh, Danny boy.
I disagree!
Before we can conclude whether or not something is racist, we have to put context into consideration. A few years ago, the actress and dancer Julianne Huff went to a Halloween party as Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black.
Oh my god, that's so racist! Quick, someone hang the bitch! But not because she looks black. Wait, yeah, do it because she looks black and that's racist. On second thought, hold on. Son of a bitch, social justice is confusing and stupid.
And because the character is a black woman, Huff chose to wear blackface, which made her receive massive backlash.
First off, good job making me bash my own celebrity crush.
Oh my god! You have a crush on a racist? Oh my, does that mean that you like racists? Is that what do you like racists? Do you support racists? You racist! Oh, what's that, Denny? You don't like that. You don't like how, but motherfucker, you were the one that wanted to play this game. You know, the guilty by association game. And by God, boy, if you want to play it, we're going to play it right.
Thank you, Nate. I will never forgive you for this. On to the main point. The reason why Huff received massive backlash for this was because of the negative historical connotation that painting your face black has.
It's Denny. Fucking Denny. What if I'm a soldier? What if I'm a soldier in the military and I'm using blackface paint as camouflage? Is that racist? Well, of course it is, Captain. You dumb, nasty little racist. You're racist for even having asked the question. You're racist like, oh my god, how dare you?
I'm sorry, but Huff shouldn't have went to that Halloween party as Crazy Eyes. And she shouldn't have painted her face black, especially with a negative historical connotation, regardless of what her intent was.
Why though? Huff didn't wear blackface to imply black people are inferior, she was merely trying to look more like the character she was portraying. How is this any different from a black woman wearing a blonde wig, a dress, and whiteface to be Daenerys from Game of Thrones?
Sorry, but the intent is irrelevant.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, by Danny's own standards, intent does not matter.
Blackface is still an imitation of a black person, and carries with it the racist connotations of minstrel shows.
Yes, indeed. Danny, my boy, it does indeed have the connotations of racism and the minstrel shows to you, because you've decided that you want to attribute them to it. Now, if that's what you want to do, Danny, you know what? That's on you. The rest of us are not actually obligated to play along with your idiocy.
The whiteface example you gave is different because Western society doesn't have a history of discriminating against or mocking white people. Let's look at stereotypes of Native Americans to illustrate an example of what I'm talking about. In the past, it was common to portray Native Americans as ignorant savages with poor English who might say something like, "How?"
Chief Big Feather say a long time ago, Native Americans are actually pretty ignorant. And pretty damn savage. Also, took long while to speak English well. Chief Big Feather sorry to shit on your fancy like buffalo with runs.
Me Big Chief. Me live in teepee. I apologize to any Native Americans who may have been offended by my example, but I wanted to illustrate for educational purposes an example of a blatantly racist stereotype.
Oh dear, Danny, so what you mean to say is you intended that to be an educational example? Well, I don't know how to tell you this, and I don't want to hold you to your own standards, but you did say...
Sorry, but the intent is irrelevant.
Oh, Danny, this must be so embarrassing for you. Because, you see, it would appear that your intent is completely fucking irrelevant. And what you said had racist connotations to it. Danny! Racist connotations dating back to negative portrayals of Native Americans in history. Do you hear what I'm saying to you, Danny? You've become a fucking racist cunt, and there's no excuse for it.
Aw, come on. Give the guy a break. You don't have to be such an asshole.
Well, excuse me, madam, but he was the one that wanted to play the games. It's not my fault I'm kicking his ass.
A less overt example would be the University of Illinois mascot, Chief Illinois. While designed with a slightly more realistic appearance, it's still meant to be a Native American dancing for the entertainment of a predominantly white crowd.
You know, a funny thing, Danny, but unlike you, when I see this, I see a celebration of a great and proud heritage. The glorification of the Native American people in front of a magnificent crowd. I see a symbol of strength and unity. So, why is it that when you see it, you just see the degradation of someone based on their race? You just see some Native American to be laughed at for the entertainment of the white men. Danny, that sounds an awful lot like something that a racist might see when he looks at a Native American. Oh my god. Danny, you seriously might want to question yourself. Do a little bit of self-reflection. Ask, am I a racist? And then consider how racist you are for having to have asked that question. Do you want to keep on playing, Danny? I fucking love this game. I think I'm rather good at it.
One argument you may hear from people nowadays is that you shouldn't say things like, I don't see color, because color is part of what makes us who we are, and when you claim to not see color, you are, in a way, denying their existence. But if you agree with that reasoning, why would you get mad at people like Huff? The fact that she chose to wear blackface as part of her portrayal shows that she does see color, she isn't colorblind, yet Huff was still shamed anyway. Think back for a moment to how many times you've seen male comedians wear drag to play female characters. We would never call this sexist though, because we understand they're not implying women are inferior. They're simply playing a funny character. So why can't we hold blackface to the same standards we hold drag?
Unfortunately, Nate is right, but he's right in a way he didn't intend. We should hold blackface to the same standards that we hold drag. Mainly because men and women's clothing as comedy is actually offensive as well.
Oh, Danny boy, no one cares if you're offended.
And implies that there's something inherently strange about a man who chooses to be gender non-conforming.
I just imagine this prick calling up the Monty Python and be like, there's nothing inherently strange about a man who chooses to be gender non-conforming. Can you fucking imagine?
And can also be transphobic as well.
And that movie Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh my god, I wanted to see this so problematic. It was so transphobic. No, I can't fucking do it. What the hell has happened to us? God.
I'll go get Danny, alright? He'll be right with you. Hold on. Danny!
As there's a perception of trans women that they're just men in women's clothing. Thankfully, that has mostly faded away, but elements of it still remain.
Thankfully, we've almost killed off comedy and destroyed everyone's sense of humor, but at least everybody's super fucking offended about every little fucking thing. It's so much better now. I don't think I like you, Denny. I don't think I like you a lot.
Now, I know what the response to all of this will be. People will argue that blackface is still bad regardless of intent because of the historical implications of it. However, this argument is nothing more than guilt by association. There is no reason why blackface cannot be judged on a case-by-case basis. Having this narrow-minded view of blackface ignores different cultures. For example, there's an annual festival in Portobello, Panama called the Festival of Diablos and Congos. And during this festival, people who paint their face black are meant to symbolize freed Africans. Unlike minstrel shows which perpetuate negative stereotypes, this festival is about celebrating liberation and African culture.
The problem with that is Panamanian culture is largely unfamiliar to the English-speaking part of North America.
So, if they were familiar, then they would be responsible, right? Right? No, probably not. Danny, I have a question. What if a black American puts on blackface?
Well, then they would be racist. But black people can't be racist. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh my god, what do we do? There's no protocol for this.
Even if you intend to celebrate this cultural event, African Americans in America are only going to see a white person in blackface.
Oh, how kind of you to speak on behalf of all black people in America. That's awfully brave of you to just, assume what they all think. Stereotype them like that. Awfully damn racist, too.
It might not carry the same brutal racism as minstrel show blackface, but in the US, blackface is a very specific connotation. Also, just because something is part of a tradition doesn't necessarily mean it's not racist. For example, in the Netherlands, there's a little helper to their Santa Claus called Black Pete. Some are saying that Black Pete is offensive, and opinions are divided in the Netherlands on this issue.
Danny, come on. Actually, no. This Halloween, when I dress up in blackface, I won't be dressing up in blackface. I'll be dressing up as Netherlands Santa Claus's little Negro. It's okay, guys. It's just a cultural thing.
So, to finally answer the question, is blackface racist?
It feels like I'm a broken record here, but yes. How many more times must I and everyone else who responded to this video tell you this?
How many times do I have to tell you? It's clearly racist. You're a white person and there's black on your face and it's clearly racist. Oh my god, how is this even a question?
Ultimately,
oh Jesus Christ, no. So, it isn't enough for Nate to just defend blackface in this video. He actually has to appear in blackface. I'm sorry, but can someone tell me how Nate isn't a racist again?
And here is Danny, yet again, getting offended on behalf of black people like they can't do it for themselves. And saying nothing but bad and negative things every time he looks at a black face. What's wrong with black faces, Danny? Don't you like black faces? Somebody remind me again how Danny isn't a racist. I mean, it's not like context or intent matters.
You can't win this game, Danny, old boy. You're far too weak. All that social justice has poisoned your mind and atrophied your body, whereas I have grown strong on a steady diet of freedom and liberty.
it all depends on context.
Hi, I'm that guy T, and I approve this message.
Nope, connotations override context. Even Shoe on Head, one of the most popular anti-social justice channels on YouTube, sees that blackface is racist because of the connotations it carries.
You see, Danny, this is the reason why context is important. You dumb cunt. Because what she said was...
Blackface has ties in history to racism. I think people being upset by it is more understandable than the other petty things today. If I throw on blackface and say, Massa, I'm the best, like they did when blackface was a thing, that's racist as shit, dude. Lol.
What she is saying, Danny, fucking Danny, throw your narrative out the window for a moment. What she is saying is that if someone were to don blackface and act out as though they did in the minstrel shows, then she could see why someone might be upset about it. Nowhere in there did she say that blackface is inherently racist, regardless of context or intent.
That guy T, or as I like to call him, talking head for racist white people talking points regarding how black people are less oppressed than white people.
Danny, are you trying to call that guy T and Uncle Tom? Is that what you're trying to do?
May agree with you, but how many other black people that you know agree with you? Your point would have been more convincing had it featured more who agree with your point. In conclusion, yes, in America, blackface is racist, even if the intent isn't to belittle or mock. Until next time, I'm Danny Korcz. Thank you all for watching.
And in conclusion, Danny Korcz is hilariously and demonstrably incorrect. Blackface is not always racist. In fact, in most modern cases, it's not. And it solely depends on context and intent. If you don't think so, Danny, we can keep playing that game. but I get the feeling you'd rather not go down that road. But I'm totally fine with it if you want to. I will just give you a fair warning that you will lose. So, since blackface can be used for things like camouflage, or can even occur naturally, say on the faces of coal miners, you have to discern the intent of its use and application to come to the conclusion that it's racist. Otherwise, all soldiers and coal miners are racist. Dude, if that's your position, then your position is wrong, and you, sir, are an idiot. You know what? Honestly, here at the end, I'm starting to look back over all this, and I'm starting to really wonder if this was just a poke. Is this guy yanking my chain? Okay, I feel like this is a little too stupid for reality. Just too dumb to be a real thing. But, well, let's be honest, okay? This is not the most stupid thing I've ever covered here on this channel. Well, in any case, ladies and gentlemen, I certainly do hope that you did enjoy the video. I appreciate you watching. I really do. And remember, until next time, keep fighting stupidity wherever you may find it. Have a good one. I am seriously considering doing blackface this Halloween.
But you can't. That would be racist.
I'm gonna get my gun, sag my pants, get me a big old silver chain, grab a fucking watermelon.
Oh, God. No. Oh, I think I'm gonna faint.
Talk with Ebonics, just be the biggest stereotype I can be,
But why on earth would you want to do such a thing?
To prove a point and send a message.
That you're racist? Because I think that'll do it.
No! Look, people have been trying to back others into a corner and shame them because they do things that offend them. I want to send a strong message that I don't care if you're offended. That means nothing to me. It's not a respectful position to have or an argument for anything. To show that I can be as offensive as I want to be, and if they don't like it, they can kiss my black ass.
But, oh my God, they'll call you racist.
Are you for real? Are you for real? Okay, I already get called that. By you, actually. And you know what? That doesn't hold me back in the slightest either. Now does it?
Yeah, I suppose I do. I suppose that's true.
Besides, I'll know why I'm doing it, my friends will know why I'm doing it, my family will know why I'm doing it, and it will be a great laugh for me and everybody else who gets what I'm doing. And can you imagine how fun it would be to trigger all the things?
Trigger all the things? Well, that is basically your purpose in life.
Exactly. My hope is that one day all of the sticks will be removed from all of the asses, and people can just sit back, finally relax, get comfy, and have a good laugh.
Yeah, Captain, that's probably never gonna happen.
Maybe not, but it's a dream worth fighting for. I have a dream that one day we'll have a National Blackface Day and the entire nation will participate in not giving a fuck. I have a dream that one day we will have this perfect harmony.
Oh my God. Well, good luck with being labeled a racist for ever and ever.
Well, it could always be worse. I could be an actual racist, thinking so little of colored people as to assume they are so easily offended and fragile creatures that I must protect by speaking out for them, effectively taking away their agency.
Yeah, you're right. That would be a lot worse. That would make you a special kind of racist asshole.
Indeed it would, my good lady. Indeed it would.